Hello, welcome to this full Zydo tutorial. I'm gonna be teaching you how to do the full Zydo fight in a speedrun manner. That meaning the strategy you probably seen somewhere where you use a dagger to pretty much stun lock her to death for the most part. What you will need for this, it is the dagger, as said, the pine resin, the fire buff, previously known as turpentine in Demon Souls original, and the clever rat's ring. This will be a pretty safe fight. So you won't need to worry about the fact that you're in clever rat range. I would just recommend doing it even if you're not comfortable being at low HP. You can pretty much, you can practice this pretty easily as well. I'll be showing that as well. So it's no risk to you to be in CRR range, basically. So I'll also be showing you how to do the other two Lotcher fights, Maneater and Old Monk. Being the earliest bosses you fight after Phalanx, it is definitely a uphill battle for the beginning of the run. The rest of the bosses for this run should be pretty easy, relatively speaking, to compare to these at least. So I just feel like these are bosses I should show how to do, and I haven't seen any like proper tutorial how to fight them in a speedrun environment quite yet, so I just decided to make them. I'll be getting in the habit of just showing how to do the fight first before I explain anything. That way you can have an idea of what you're supposed to be seeing, and then actually explain what's happening. So just to follow that around, I'll show you how it is first. As you can see, as stated, CRR is pretty safe for this fight. The only thing that can go wrong is that one of the little minions that just kind of prays or can definitely come to attack you on a once in a blue moon, but resetting even that is not that big a deal, in all honesty. So once you get this down, this fight is actually pretty reliable, I would say. It's not too hard to get down. I'm going to show you right away like how to practice her reliably. Okay, so this is how I would recommend practicing. Be at full health. Don't use your fire buffs quite yet. Just go in and try to get the rhythm down. This is how you would practice. She will still stun lock with simply the dagger alone. The movement and like just the rhythm that dagger can achieve is what stun locks her, not so much damage, thankfully. Okay, so the magic trick here. Watch my stamina bar. What you want to happen is that you want your stamina bar to replenish. The green bit you want to replenish just before it reaches the yellow. There's a little bit of leeway. I will show later what can go wrong if you go too fast or too slow. But that's the basic idea. You want to regen the stamina almost exactly to where the yellow bit is. But you do have a little bit of leeway. It's not the most tight window in the world, but it can go wrong for sure. Another tip that is not necessary, but it has been recommended by people, and I personally do it. It's just nice to do. You can also hold forward while doing this, like have your movement stick go up, and that's how you get like the reset of the combo. You don't do like a combo of the dagger. You just do like it was just the first swipe. You don't have to do that. I will show how to do that soon, but that is something I would recommend personally, at least from my experience. And then after that, if you're actually doing the fight, you might need to do a fireball too. You can honestly kill her just with the R1s. I don't know what is faster or not. It's probably very minimal, if anything. It's not a big deal, really. So just however you want to finish her off, do it. Fireballs is just a little burst of damage you can do. And to reset the fight, all you have to do is wait up. That's all you have to do. You can practice this over and over until you get it down. It is... I would just recommend getting this down in one sitting if possible. Once you get it down, it'll be super easy. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the R1s with the combo as opposed to the holding forward. So I'm not holding forward at all here. I'm just letting the movement of the character do its own thing. As you can see, it still works. The rhythm is essentially the same, I'm pretty sure. But it's still working. The stamina I'm just not doing as good a job, I think, in this attempt to have better stamina, but it does work just as good. I've seen runners finish this fight this way. Now I'm gonna show you what happens if you go too fast with your R1. If you do it in a fairly spaced out, she will still stun lock a little bit, as you can see, but you won't be able to do enough damage with the stamina consumption. It is basically stamina management here. So if you're doing it too fast, you may still be able to stun lock her, but you may not have enough R1s, and even with the magic cast to finish her off. And lastly, I'm going to show you what happens if you go too slow. This is the one that people are going to be the most confused about, so I'm just going to lay it out here. This is it. This is what happens. She will actually bug out and just disappear. Or she can, at least. Maybe not always, but I mean, it's one sign you're doing it wrong. Because if you're doing it right consistently, it should not happen, essentially. So yeah, if you're wondering why the hell she disappeared at any point, that is why. You're going too slow, and I assume what's happening is maybe something along the lines of, like, the game does detect that you maybe are stunning her, but maybe it was framed perfectly to the point where, like, she would teleport at that point, because, you know, after she hit her enough, she would just teleport, but the animation isn't there because you're still stunning. That's what I assume happening. I can't tell you for sure, but yeah. And I believe that's it. If I think of anything later, I can add in the comments or in the description. So yeah, I will now be doing a video for Maneater shortly after this. As stated, I don't think a lot of the other bosses need as big a description. In all honesty, you can fight them very similarly to the original Demon Souls fights if you want to check my tutorials for those, for example. But if you're watching a run and the videos on YouTube, you can probably just leave a comment on any of the runners and they'll probably be happy to answer that. Definitely the case for me if you're wondering. There's also the Speed Souls channel, this Discord channel. I'll always link that below for these videos. But yeah, so I mean, if you do have a request for something, if people have enough requests for something, I could maybe consider doing a video for it. A lot of the skips and such already have videos out there from some other people in the community, like this, the Roman. So I'm not going to make videos of those unless if there's like a new version that's different enough. So don't expect the whole series. I will probably mainly cover these things, and then if there's anything that people just want more information on, I will be willing to provide it. But I don't know, you let me know what you feel there's not enough information about for speedrunning in the comments, and I will oblige if so. But yeah, Maneaters and Old Monk will be coming up soon. I need to get those videos down. Thank you for those people who give me some feedback on the previous editing of the series. Some people were saying that maybe scripts or bullet points, or like maybe better edited, maybe record a gameplay and then edit it afterwards with voiceover afterwards was a better idea. I'm definitely not following a script. That's just not how I do things, but I am following bullet points. But that was a good idea, actually, and now I have a better software to edit as well, so thank you for those ideas. But yeah, next up, Maneaters.